Who is ready to make some science?
Hey everybody, it's me, DeoGenZ, coming at you with another OP Pokemon Trainer strategy. Today, we're gonna raise a Turtonator. Turtonator has an interesting typing. A fire dragon, apparently. Looks like kind of one of the old Godzilla monsters if you look at it. One of those giant snapping turtle-esque sort of things. But this Pokemon has a great natural physical defense ability with a 135 base stat. As you would expect for a turtle, has horrible speed, but hey, if you want a turbo Turtonator, consider using a Trick Room set with this. And some good special attacks. So it looks to be another decent dragon from the 7th gen. So we've already covered a fighting dragon, now we've got a fire dragon, and there are many other interesting typings still to come. But hey, its ability Shell Armor is custom to it. I don't know that any other Pokemon has it. Its signature ability, if you will. And what that does is remove all chances of being critically hit by your opponent. So if you face a Honchkrow, this Turtonator is a really great Pokemon to throw out there. It will cripple its critical hitting ability and block it with its bulky defense. Since ideally you're going to be swapping out to wall your opponent and their physical moves thanks to Turtonator's defense, I recommend including Rocky Helmet on this set, or leftovers to keep regaining health over time. So let's head into the Dragon's Den and find out how we raise a Turtonator. So for its EVs, I decided to just simplify it and keep it down to one set, because pretty much it only has two major attributes you need to consider. Its physical defense, which will block out your opponent's attack, so that's just attack, noting for metagame matches, if you're hit with a special attack, it will affect Turtonator significantly greater than if you're hit with a physical attack. Now what do I mean by this? Well, take a simple fighting type difference of Brick Break versus Focus Blast. Now ignore the power differences because there are some there. Now considering if they had the same power, Focus Blast would do considerably more damage to Turtonator because it's a special attack. So you need to consider when you're switching out on an opponent if they're using a physical or special attack. Otherwise, your effort value raising and defense will be all for naught. So once you max out those two stats and send your Pokemon to the Pelago for 63 sessions of each special attack and defense training, then you could focus on its moveset, which thankfully is pretty much all TM based, or in the case of Shell Trap, a move that it naturally could learn anyway. Now on the topic of Shell Trap, a signature move to Turtonator here, you will only have this being effective if your opponent hits you with a physical move. So going back to that difference between Focus Blast and Brick Break, if a Shell Trap is set and a Focus Blast hit Turtonator, not only would it do considerably more damage to it, but it would also not phase the Shell Trap, and then your opponent would launch a move without even being scathed. So that's why I went with the more dependable and powerful Flamethrower for the main moveset, but Shell Trap can be used if you want some extra power against those physical threats, but you just have to play it with some prediction. Hidden Power Water is a lot easier to use, and it's great to surprise a foe if you're going fire versus fire. So that pretty much covers it. I find it interesting how the Alola region doesn't have any new fossils technically, but these are the two fossil-esque Pokemon, the other one being Drampa, Turtonator, and Drampa, which are version exclusive to Sun and Moon. So let me know below, which do you prefer? Of the two dragons, which could be fossils if you really wanted to argue that, they're like taking the place of the fossil Pokemon trope, which of them do you prefer? Do you like Turtonator the Fire Dragon, or Drampa the normal dragon grandpa? Let me know below. I've been DeoGenZ, hoping I'm helping you out in the 7th gen metagame. And hey, if you enjoy this series, consider supporting me on Patreon, where I do shiny giveaways and battle tournaments for all of my patrons. So I will see you in the future.